Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. I welcome you all to the class of Sahih al-Bukhari, and we are still in Janaiz. Janaiz, and today we read from Hadith number 1381. We read from the Hadith 1381. Babu ma qila fi awlad al-Muslimin. What is said about the children of Muslims. وقال أبو هريرة رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من مات له ثلاثة من الولد لم يبلغ الحنث كان له حجابا من النار أو دخل الجنة. Abu Hurairah رضي الله عنه said, من مات. These are called mu'allaqat. See, he did not give a chain here. So he'll bring it later on from another Sahabi, or it could be from the same Sahabi, or he might have brought it somewhere else, or this could have been in any other hadith which is authenticated. So that there's a called mu'allaqat. He doesn't bring chain because maybe it doesn't match his level of authenticity or various other reasons. So we have to see where this hadith has come. So let me check. So I'm not able to find from Abu Hurairah. I mean, we should do a full takhrij of this hadith. So I'm not able to find from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Let me look at what Ibn Hajar says. So Ibn Hajar brings it in the Ahmad bin Tariqi Aun and Muhammad bin Sirin. So he brings the chain. And Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. So he brings the chain. It's in Musnad Ahmad. ما من مسلم يموت لهما. The wording is a little different. And from others, he brings some. And in Muslim also, min tariq Suhail. So in Muslim also, so Ibn Hajar brings these turuq. So in various turuq, this is there, but whatever reason, he did not bring Abu Hurairah anhu's chain. He did not bring. So this is called mu'allaqat. So mu'allaqat could be, you should have to check in other books for this, but this is Musnad Hadith when he says Haddathana, and all the Musnad Hadith are what which are authentic in Sahih al-Bukhari. Now these mu'allaqat, we have to go and check, is it authentic or these wordings and so on, because Ibn Hajar himself says lam arahu mawsulan min hadithihi ala hadha al-wajh. I don't think this is mawsul which reaches the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this wording ala hadha al-wajh, in this way. And he brings various ahadith, although so this is there. Anyways, we have to go and do takhrij of this, Allahu alam. But قال Abu Hurairah, he whose 3 children died before the age of purity, then they will shield him from the hellfire or will make him enter paradise. أو دخل الجنة. So now the hadith, actual Mawsul means connected chain, comes. قال حدثنا يعقوب ابن إبراهيم حدثنا ابن علية حدثنا عبد العزيز بن صهيب عن أنس بن مالك رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما من الناس مسلم يموت له 3 من الولد لم يبلغ الحنث إلا أدخله الله الجنة بفضل رحمته إياهم. So the wording is a little different, no? But meaning is the same anyways. This is from Anas ibn Malik, which he brings the chain from Yaqub ibn Ibrahim ibn Ulayya, and then Abdul Aziz ibn Suhaib and Anas ibn Malik. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما من الناس, and there is no any Muslim whose 3 children died, or there's no one from the people, or there's no Muslim from the people dies from 3 children. لم يبلغ الحنث, they do not reach hinth, means puberty. إلا أدخله الله, أدخل يدخله, Allah makes him enter Jannah بفضل رحمته إياهم, because of his mercy to them. حدثنا أبو الوليد حدثنا شعبة عن عدي بن ثابت أنه سمع البراء. This is from Bara ibn Azib رضي الله عنه قال لما توفي إبراهيم عليه السلام قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن له مرضعا في الجنة. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said there is a wet nurse for him in paradise. There's a wet nurse for him in paradise. So there is um, kind of an ijma, you could say there's an ijma of the scholars that awladul mu'minina fil jannah. Awladul muslimin fil jannah. The children of Muslimin are in Jannah. Now, how about babu ma qila fi awladil mushrikeen? What is said about the children of the mushrikun? Now, there might be a difference of opinion. And inshallah, once we read the hadith, we will try to summarize this opinion also, inshallah. I'll just search and let you know. قول يعني راجح قول الراجح إن شاء الله. حدثنا حبان أخبرنا عبد الله أخبرنا شعبة عن أبي بشر عن سعيد بن جبير عن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهم قال سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن أولاد المشركين. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم was asked about أولاد المشركين. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم الله إذ خلقهم أعلم بما كانوا عاملين. Since Allah created them, He knows what sort of deeds they would have done. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not say that they are in Jannah, awlad al-mushrikeen. So there's a long discussion about awlad al-mushrikeen, which we will talk about from Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen's sharh also, inshallah, we'll see. حدثنا أبو اليمان. We'll just read these ahadith and then we will talk about it, this bab. حدثنا أبو اليمان أخبرنا شعيب عن الزهري قال أخبرني عطاء بن يزيد الليثي أنه سمع أبا هريرة رضي الله عنه يقول سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن ذراري المشركين. ذراري, the children and the offspring of mushrikeen, فقال الله أعلم بما كانوا عاملين. Allah knows what they would have done. So if they had lived, Allah knows what they would have done in the future, right? But they did not reach the future, but Allah knew what they would do. قال حدثنا آدم حدثنا ابن أبي ذئب عن الزهري عن أبي سلمة ابن عبد الرحمن عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. This is also from Abu Hurairah. كل مولود يولد على الفطرة فأبواه يهودانه أو ينصرانه أو يمجسانه كمثل البهيمة تنتج البهيمة هل ترى فيها جدعا. Well, now he brings another hadith. Okay, the first two hadiths is that Allah knows what they will do, but he brings this hadith that they were born on fitrah. Every child is born on fitrah, so how can they go into Jahannam? Nah, but yeah, like I said, there's a discussion. And his parents convert him to Judaism, Christianity, or Megnism. And as the animal gives birth to a perfect baby animal, do you find it mutilated? Do you find it mutilated? He says, see hadith number 1358. This is similar hadith has come, I think. 1338, 1350. 58 حدثنا أمه كل مولود ما من مولود إلا ينتسب له حديث over there also. So I'll just open about what happens to the awladul mushrikeen, the various opinions on it, and let you know. Okay, so there's an ikhtilaf about this. First we'll talk about this is from Islam كوي مصير أطفال المسلمين. فقد قال ابن كثير رحمه الله فأما ولدان المؤمنين فلا خلاف أو بلدان المؤمنين فلا خلاف بين العلماء كما حقاه القاضي. There's no difference of opinion about ولدان المؤمنين, that is children أولاد المسلمين. قال أيضا إنه لا اختلاف فيهم أجمع من يتعد به من علماء المسلمين على أن من مات من أطفال المسلمين فهو من أهل الجنة. So the children of Muslimin, if they die, they are from Ahlul Jannah لأنه ليس مكلفا, because they are not مكلف. How about أطفال الكفار؟ فقد اختلف العلماء فيه إلى أقوال. There were various opinions that they are in Jannah, أنهم في الجنة, and they said إنهم على الأعراف. Some of them said they are on أعراف. And there's the hadith of Samurah أنه عليه السلام رأى مع إبراهيم عليه السلام أولاد المسلمين وأولاد المشركين. In Bukhari, in hadith number 6640, he says that Ibrahim al-Islam, with him were allowed al-Mushrikeen also. And Hasna, there's another hadith, قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في الجنة والشهيد في الجنة والمولود في الجنة. Mawlud, who dies, but this hadith is da'if. Um, so ultimately, خلاصة القول is they will be tested. They will be tested. أنهم يمتحون. They will be tested. أولاد المشركين, they will be tested. So فمن أطاع الله دخل الجنة. Whoever obeys Allah, they will enter Jannah, and whoever disobeys, they will. This is وهو قول معظم أهل السنة والجماعة. This is most of the Ahlul Sunnah have said that. This is Bayhaqi and Abu al-Hasan al-Ashri also, وطائفة من المحققين, and others also, Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn Kathir. وهذا القول يجمع بين الأدلة كلها. This opinion, it gathers everything, and they have various dalail, and Ibn al-Qayyim, وهذا أعدل الأقوال. This is the most appropriate and most just of the aqwal that they will be tested. Now, even among the shuyukh, like I have this book called, when I found this book called Al-Ijaz fi Ba'd ma ikhtalafa fihi al-Albani wa Ibn Uthaymin wa Ibn Baz. In this, in the mas'ala of aqidah, that where three of them differed. Now, they bring hukm awlad al-mushrikeen, and he brings three opinions. So Shaykh bin Baz was asked, they will be tested. Now, they will be tested. And this was Shaykh Ibn Baz, which we just said that they will be tested. How about Awlad al-Mushrikeen min Ahlul Jannah? Some other places, Shaykh Ibn Baz said that they are from Ahlul Jannah because they died on the fitrah, ala hadhihi al-millah. So Shaykh Ibn Baz has two opinions. One time he said that they will be tested, and another they said they will be in Jannah. What about Shaykh Ibn Uthaymin rahimahullah? سئل الشيخ قل لنا يعرف مصير المشركين في العقل لكن ما يصير أطفالهم الصغار. What about this is, so Shaykh Ibn Uthaymin said إذا مات أطفال الكفار وهم لم يبلغوا سن التمييز وكان أبواهم كافرين فإن حكمهم حكم الكفار في الدنيا أي لا يغسلون. In this world, they will be like kuffar. They will be not done ghusl. It's obvious, no? And they will not be buried in the Muslims. لأنهم كفار بوالديهم. هذا في الدنيا. أما في الآخرة فالله أعلم بما كانوا عاملين. Allah knows what they will do. فأصح الأقوال فيهم أن الله سبحانه وتعالى يختبرهم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test them. يختبرهم يوم القيامة بما يشاء من تكليف. This is Shaykh Ibn Uthaymin's opinion, like Shaykh Ibn Baz also, but Shaykh Ibn Baz also said they are in Jannah. Now, Shaykh al-Albani has clearly, Silsila al-Hadith al-Da'ifa and other places, he had mentioned this, that Awlad al-Mushrikeen fil Jannah. So ultimately, Shaykh Ibn Baz has two opinions. I mean, you have to read fully. One, they will be tested, or they are in Jannah. Shaykh al-Albani, they'll be in Jannah. And he said واعلم أن حديث الترجمة قد حسن استنادوا بعض الأفاضل من المعصم والتساهل وانكر على الذهبي. He brings بما لا وذكرت هناك أن القول الراجح في أطفال المشركين أنهم في الجنة. That the قول الراجح is they will be tested. So you have two opinions. I just went into detail because many of you might have this question about أولاد المشركين. So you can say the safest opinion, like Shaykh Ibn Uthaymin said, they will be tested. They will be tested because that gathers all this hadith also. Allahu a'lam bima kanu amilin. Allah knows what sort of deeds they would have done. It gathers all the hadith about it. And it gathers this and this, everything, inshallah ta'ala. That's the safest opinion. But you can say they are in Jannah also because of other hadith, because this is Allah's mercy. You can say they are in Jannah also. Naam, Allahu a'lam. But they will be tested is the most safest and most correct from what we can understand. Allahu a'lam. All right. So that's why he brought both the hadith, or both the topics. Babun. All right. Let's go to the next one. Hadith number 1386. He didn't name this bab. قال حدثنا. This is a long hadith. This is about the عذاب القبر. حدثنا موسى بن إسماعيل حدثنا جرير بن حازم حدثنا أبو رجاء عن سمرة بن جندب رضي الله عنه. We'll just go line by line. قال, because this is a long hadith. كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا صلى صلاة, when he used to pray صلاة أقبل علينا بوجهه, he used to turn towards us with his face. بوجهه. فقال, and he will say, or he used to say, من رأى منكم الليلة الرؤيا, who saw among you رؤيا, a dream, this night. قال فإن رأى أحد قصها, if anyone saw, he would narrate it. فيقول ما شاء الله, and he used to say whatever Allah wished, ما شاء الله, indicating it's a good omen, ما شاء الله. فسألنا يوما فقال, he asked us, and هل رأى أحد منكم رؤيا? قلنا لا. And one day he said, did anyone of you had seen a dream? We said no. قال لكني رأيت الليلة رجلين, but I saw in the night two men أتياني فأخذا بيدي, they came to me. And so Rasulullah is describing the dream. They came to me, فأخذا بيدي, they came to me and they took me by the hand. فأخذا بيدي فأخرجاني إلى الأرض المقدسة, so they took me to a sacred land. So this is not the Isra, this is in the dream which is happening. Isra happened in with the spirit and the body of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is only in the dream where they will show the Adab al-Qabr and the Na'im al-Qabr, the punishment of the grave, and the Na'im is the blessings of the grave. فَإِذَا رَجُلٌ جَالِسٌ, فَإِذَا رَجُلٌ جَالِسٌ, so there's a man who's sitting. وَرَجُلٌ قَائِمٌ بِيَدِهِ قَالَ بَعْدَ أَصْحَابِنَا مُوسَى كَلُّوبٌ مِنْ حَدِيدٍ, and so they had, so the person standing has a kallub, kallubun, iron hook, kallub. So this kallub he has in his hand, يدخله في شدقه. So he's standing on top, and then he's putting in the shidq. Shidq is like the jawbone here, and then tore off one side of his cheek. حتى يبلغ خفاه, the other side. ثم يفعل بشدقه الآخر مثل ذلك. So he's tearing apart his cheeks. May Allah protect us. ويلتئم شدقه هذا, and he tears it apart. فيعود فيصنع مثله, and this first part becomes fine, then he does it again, operation again. قلت ما هذا? I said, what is this? قال انطلق. They both said, let's go. Proceed on. فانطلقنا حتى أتينا على رجل مضطجع على قفاه. And we went on till a man came to a man lying down on his back. ورجل قائم على رأسه بفهر أو صخرة. A man is standing with a stone or a piece of rock. فيشتخ به رأسه, and he's crushing his head. So he's sitting and he's crushing the head. فإذا ضربه تدهده الحجر. And when he struck him, the stone, it rolls away. تدهده تدهده الحجر فانطلق إليه. So he goes to him ليأخذه فلا يرجع إلى هذا. So he does not return to it حتى يلتئم رأسه, until it becomes normal. التأم, so it becomes normal again. وعاد رأسه كما هو, and the man came back, his head becomes similarly. فعاد إليه, so he returns and said فضربه. قلت من هذا? I said, who is this? قال انطلق. فانطلقنا إلى ثقب مثل التنور. We went and passed by a ثقب, a hole like a tanur, a kind of a baking oven. أعلاه ضيق. So it's like an oven. The top of the part is narrow. وأسفله واسع. And its below is واسع. يتوقد تحته نارا, and a fire is below it. Fire was kindling under it. فإذا اقترب ارتفعوا. When the fire ارتفعوا حتى كاد أن يخرجوا. So there are people in it. And when the fire flamed, the people were lifted up to such an extent that they were about to get out from it. فَإِذَا خَمَدَتْ, but when the fire went down, رَجَعُوا فِيهَا, they returned in it. وَفِيهَا رِجَالٌ وَنِسَاءٌ عُرَى, and they are naked men and women. فَقُلْتُ مَنْ هَذَا, who are these people? قَالَ انطلق. فانطلقنا. These are three now. فانطلقنا, the fourth. حتى أتينا على نهر من دم. We came upon a man, upon a river of blood. فيه رجل, in it is a man. قائم على وسط النهر, standing in between وسط النهر, in between the river, in front of him. رجل بين يديه حجارة, and a man. So there's a man on the shore and a man in between, is swimming kind of in the river blood. فأقبل الرجل الذي في النهر. So when the man comes, he wants to come out of the river. فإذا أراد أن يخرج رمى الرجل بحجر في فيه. That man throws stones in his mouth. Now he throws stones. So this is the fourth type. فرده حيث كان. So he goes again into the middle one. فجعل كلما جاء, and every time he used to come, ليخرج رمى فيه بحجر, and every time he'll throw a stone in his mouth again and again. فيرجو. فقلت ما هذا, what is this? قال انطلق. Four types of punishments have come. انطلق فانطلقنا, so we went. حتى انتهينا إلى روضة. Now we reached the garden. Four types of punishments now. We reached the garden. خضراء, green garden. فيها شجرة عظيمة, having a huge tree. وفي أصلها شيخ وصبيان, and in its root base was an old man and children. وإذا رجل قريب من الشجرة بين يديه نار, and I saw another man who was near to the tree. In front of him was fire. يوقدها, he was like lighting up the fire with stones. I don't know. فصعد بي في الشجرة, so they climbed with me to the tree. وأدخلاني دارا لم أرى قط, and they both made me enter a house. I've never seen that house. أحسن منها, more beautiful than it. فيها رجال, there were men. شيوخ, old men. وشباب, and young men. نساء, and صبيان, and children. ثم أخرجاني منها, then they both made me leave. فصعد بي الشجرة, and they made me climb a tree. فأدخلاني دارا هي أحسن وأفضل, it is more better and more. So another house. No? So the first house he went in, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he saw children, women, old men, and women, everyone. فيها شيوخ وشباب. A better house, in it old men and young people. فقلت طوفتماني الليلة, you both have made me go around all the night. فأخبراني عما رأيت, so inform me of what I saw. قال نعم. Okay, so four types of punishment in the starting. What happened? قال نعم. أما الذي رأيته يشق شدقه فكذاب. As for the one, you have that kullab, no, the iron hook. He was كذاب, he was a liar. يحدث بالكذبة, he says a lie. فتحمل عنه حتى تبلغ الآفاق, and it spreads until it reaches آفاق, all the horizons all over the world. فيصنع به ما رأيت إلى يوم القيامة. So till the day of judgment, it will be done to him. So this shows that this is happening now. This is عذاب القبر. We think عذاب القبر is just like عذاب القبر in the grave, but this is like a real world now, right? And he's being punished there. Subhanallah. So he's lying down. This is going on even to the, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us, because he said ila yawmil qiyamah. Which punishment is this then? Right? Because there are people who are deniers of adhab al-qabr, no? Like we said in the Quran also, it is there. So ma ra'ita ila yawmil qiyamah. So this shows this is happening in barzakh. وَالَّذِي رَأَيْتَهُ يُشْتَخُ رَأْسُهُ, and another man whose head is being crushed, whom Allah had given, فَعَلَّمَهُ اللَّهُ الْقُرْآنَ فَنَعَمَ عَنْهُ, he sleeps on it, right? He sleeps on it. That is, بِاللَّيْلِ, he does not pray Fajr, no? Because that's fard, no? وَلَمْ يَعْمَلْ فِيهِ بِالنَّهَارِ, and he does not act upon it in the day. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. يُفْعَلُ بِهِ إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ, it will be done to him till the day of judgment. Allahu Akbar. وَالَّذِي رَأَيْتَهُ فِي الثَّقْبِ, and what you've seen in the thaqb, in the hole, like a tanur. فَهُمُ الزُّنَاتِ, they are the adulterers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us and forgive us. وَالَّذِي رَأَيْتَهُ فِي النَّهْرِ, and who you have seen in the river. آكِلُ الرِّبَا, they are آكِلُ الرِّبَا, the one who eat riba, na'udhu billah, who deal in riba usury. Subhanallah, it's so common nowadays, no, to take loans and all that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us. These are. So who's the Sheikh, old man on the base of the tree? Bi asli shajra, Ibrahim alayhi salam. He is Ibrahim alayhi salam. وَالصِّبْيَانُ حَوْلَهُ فَأُولَادُ النَّاسِ, and the children around him are the children of people whom they die in the earth. وَالَّذِي يُوقِدُ النَّارَ, and whoever is igniting the fire, Malikun, he is Malik, the Khazinun Nar, the gatekeeper of hellfire. وَالدَّارُ الْأُولَى الَّتِي دَخَلْتَ, and the first house you entered, Daru Ammatil Mu'minin. That is the house of Amma, the general believers. Believers. So these are the people who are in the grave, in Barzakh, and they have a house. So, like some of them will be set numb, sleep till the day of judgment, and some of them are here. So Allahu Alam, you have to go more into tafsil about this of the life of Barzakh, about what is happening. So some of them could be here, some of them, is in this house. وَأَمَّا هَذِهِ الدَّارِ فَدَارُ الشُّهَدَاءِ. As for the above one, where the old people and young men were there, there were no women there, generally speaking. No, there were no women. That is Shahid, Shuhada. Second dar was of the martyrs. وَأَنَا جِبْرِيل, and I am Jibreel. وَهَذَا مِكَائِل, and this is Mikael, alayhim salam. فَارْفَعْ رَأْسَكَ, raise your head. So that time they showed him his house, alayhi salatu wasalam. فَرَفَعْتُ رَأْسِي فَإِذَا فَوْقِي, and I raised my head, saw a thing like a cloud, mithlu sahab, like a cloud. So not even a tree, right? Like a cloud there. قَالَ ذَاكَ مَنْزِلُكَ, that is your house. قُلْتُ دَعَانِي أَدْخُلْ مَنْزِلِي, both of you leave me, I want to enter my house. Subhanallah. قَالَ إِنَّهُ بَقِيَ لَكَ عُمْرٌ, you have some age, life remaining of your life. لَمْ تَسْتَكْمِلْهُ, you did not complete it. فَلَوْ اسْتَكْمَلْتَ أَتَيْتَ مَنْزِلَكَ, you will enter your place. You will enter your place. He says, see hadith number 7047. Similar hadith is there. 7047. أتيت أهلك. Okay. Yeah, similar hadith is there. Yes. هذه جنة. There are more details in 7047. انطلق انطلق. Because in this hadith it's short. See, in hadith number 7047 it's more long. Inshallah, when we reach there, we'll read that hadith. وإني قد رأيت منذ الليلة عجبا فما هذا الذي رأيت. All right. Because there are more details. The one head being crushed is the one who sleeps so Fajr Salah also, no? Naam, subhanallah. أما الذي أتيت عليه يشرشر شدقه إلى قفاه عينه. This يغدو من بيته فيكذب الكذبة. The person who lied, as per they are zunat. أما الرجل الذي أتيت يسبح في النهر, he is آكل الربا. As for the man, Ibrahim alayhi salam, and he also saw some people who were beautiful. فَإِنَّهُمْ قَوْمٌ خَلَطُوا عَمَلًا صَالِحًا. They are the ones who've done good deeds as well as bad deeds. So they will be good, beautiful on one side, ugly on one side. Inshallah, and Allah forgive them. Inshallah. All right. Babu Mauti Yawmil Ithnain. Dying on Monday. Babu Mauti Yawmil Ithnain. Dying on Monday. حدثنا معلّة ابن أسد حدثنا وهيب بن هشام عن أبيه عن عائشة رضي الله عنه قال عنها قالت دخلت على أبي بكر رضي الله عنه في كم كفنتم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, because Rasulullah passed away on Monday, no? قالت في ثلاثة أثواب بيض سهولية. ليس فيها قميص ولا عمامة. وقال لها: في أي يوم توفي النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم؟ قالت: يوم الاثنين. قال: فأي يوم هذا؟ قالت: يوم الاثنين. قال: أرجو فيما بيني وبين الليل. فنظر إلى ثوب عليه كان يمرد فيه به ردع من زعفران، فقال: اغسلوا ثوبي هذا وزيدوا عليه ثوبين فكفنونني فيهما. قلت: إن هذا خلق. قال: إن الحي أحق بالجديد من الميت، إنما هو للمهلة. فلم يتوف فلم يتوفى حتى أمسى من الليلة الثلاثاء، ودفن قبل أن يصبح. Hisham's father, Aisha Allah, I went to Abu Bakr Siddiq and he asked me, how many garments was the Prophet Sallallahu shrouded? He said, Fi thalathati, in three sahuliya pieces of white cloth of cotton. There was neither shirt nor turban among them. Book of Father asked, on which day the Prophet Sallallahu died? She replied, he died on Monday, Yawm al-Ithnain. Allah, he asked, what day is today? He said, today is Monday. She said, today is Monday. He added, I hope I shall die sometime between this morning and tonight. Then he looked at a garment and that he was wearing. So today he also wanted to die on Monday, subhanAllah, Abu Bakr Siddiq, that he was wearing during his illness, and it had some stains of saffron. Then he said, wash this garment of mine, and I took more garments and shroud me in them. So he wants three, garments. I said, this is worn out. He said, a living person has more right to wear new clothes than a dead one. Now, I mean, this is worn out, no? He said, I'm dying anyways. So it's fine. Right? فَكَفِّنُونِي إِنَّ هَذَا خَلَقْ. She said, قَالَ إِنَّ الْحَيَّ أَحْقُ بِالْجَدِيدِ مِنَ الْمَيِّتِ. Subhanallah. A living person, he should wear new ones. So what's for me? إِنَّمَا هُوَ لِلْمُهْلَةِ. The shroud is only for the body's pus. Subhanallah. And the shroud is only for pus. So that pus doesn't come out and all. فَلَمْ يَتَوَقَّفْ till it was night of Tuesday and was buried before morning. فَلَمْ يَتَوَفَّى حَتَّى أَمْسَ فِي لَيْلَةِ الثُّلَثَاءِ. I mean, the night of Tuesday had started. وَدُفِنَ قَبْلَ أَنْ يُصْبَحْ. And he was buried before it became morning. Subhanallah. This is Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu. Babu mawtil faj'atil baghtah. How about sudden death? رجلا. So how about a sudden death? حدثنا محمد بن جعفر قال أخبرني هشام عن أبيه عن عائشة رضي الله عنها أن رجلا قال للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: إن أمي افتتلت نفسها. سبحان الله. وأظنها لو تكلمت تصدقت، فهل لها أجر إن تصدقت عنها؟ قال: نعم. My mother died suddenly. افتتلت نفسها. Suddenly. وأظنها, and if she had lived, she would have given alms. So if I give alms now on her behalf, would she get the reward? The Prophet ﷺ said, Naam. The Prophet ﷺ said, Naam. Next hadith. By the way, this sudden death, is it good or bad? Well, it depends. It depends. But generally, scholars who dislike sudden expected death, because if you have some wasiyah to give or some sadaqah to give, and there's no time for tawbah also sometimes. So this is what, sudden death, some scholars have disliked it. Allahu alam. Babu ma ja'a fi qabri nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa Abi Bakr wa Umar radiyallahu anhuma. قول الله عز وجل فأخبره أي أخبرت الرجل. Allah, he brings from Surah Abasa. أخبر يعني in قبر. إذا جعلت له قبرا وقبرته أي دفنته. And if you say قبرته يعني دفنته. كفاتا in Surah مرسلات also the word كفاتا أي يكونون فيها أحياء يدفنوا فيها أمواتا. They'll be remain in the world alive and they will die as dead. He is explaining كفاتا word. حدثنا إسماعيل حدثني سليمان عن هشام حدثني محمد بن حرب حدثنا أبو مروان يحيى بن أبي زكريا عن هشام عن عروة عن عائشة قالت: إن كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليتعذر في مرضه أين أنا اليوم. So Rasulullah sallallahu used to say when he was sick, أين أنا اليوم, where am I today? أين أنا غدا, where am I tomorrow? Because the wives, his turns were separate, no? أين أنا غدا استبطاء ليوم عائشة. Waiting for my turn. He was waiting for my استبطاء. فلما كان يومي قبضه الله بين سحري ونحري. And when his turn came, he died between my chest and my arms, and he was buried in my house. ودفن في بيتي ودفن في بيتي. قال حدثنا موسى ابن إسماعيل. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed in the house of Aisha radiallahu anha. موسى بن حدثنا أبو عوانة عن هلال عن عذوة عن عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في مرضه الذي لم يقم منه لعن الله اليهود والنصارى اتخذوا قبور أنبيائهم مساجد. So the last, in his fatal illness, Rasul said, Allah cursed the Jews and Christians for they built places of worship at the graves of their prophets. لولا ذلك أبرز قبره غير أنه خشي أن يتخذ masjida. And if that had not been the case, then the Prophet ﷺ's grave would have been made prominent before the people. So the Prophet ﷺ was afraid. And this is the last. Tawheed is so important. Rasulullah ﷺ was afraid even in his fatal illness. And that he'll take masjida as a masjid. When Hilal قال كناني عروة ولم يولد لي, narrated Abu Bakr Sufyan ibn told me that he's seen the grave of the Prophet ﷺ elevated and convex. نعم أنه رأى قبر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم مسنما. So this little bit, like this, like a tent. Why? Because if water falls or anything falls, it goes on the sides. And then another, this is Urwa says, when the wall around the graves of the Prophet ﷺ collapsed during the caliphate of Walid. So at the time of Walid, what happened? The wall collapsed. The people started repairing and a foot appeared to them. في زمان الوليد بن عبد الملك أخذوا في بنائه فبدت لهم قدم ففزعوا وظنوا أنها قدم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. So they thought, this is the foot of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. فما وجدوا أحدا يعلم ذلك. No one could be found until I, Urwa, said to them, حتى قال لهم أروى لا والله ما هي قدم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. It is not the foot of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. ما هي إلا قدم عمر رضي الله عنه. This is not but the foot of Umar radiallahu anhu, subhanallah. So they built it and various walls came after that of the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Hisam and Abihi and Aisha radiallahu anha أنها أوصت عبد الله بن زبير لا تدفني معهم وادفني مع صواحبي بالبقيع لا أزكي به أبدا. So Aisha radiallahu anha said that I should not be buried with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and others because one, there's no place, and the other, she did not want to be praised. Do not bury me with the Prophet ﷺ and his two companions, but bury me with the companions, wives of the Prophet ﷺ in al-Baqi, as I would not like to be looked upon as better than I really am by being buried near the Prophet ﷺ. حدثنا قتيبة حدثنا جرير بن عبد الحميد حدثنا حسين بن عبد الرحمن عن عمرو بن ميمون الأودي رأيت عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه قال يا أبا عبد الله بن عمر. This is when he was stabbed, Umar ibn al-Khattab. He said, "Oh Abdullah ibn Amr, idhab ila ummil mu'minin, go to the mother of believers." He's asking permission to be buried near Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Aisha radhiyallahu anha, فقل يقرأ Umar ibn al-Khattab alayhi salam. عليك السلام ثم سلها أن أدفن مع صاحبي. Then I want to request that with my companions. قالت كنت أريده لنفسي فلا أريثنه اليوم على نفسي. She said, I had the idea of having this place for myself, but today I prefer him to myself. فلما أقبل قال له ما لديك قال أذنت لك يا أمير المؤمنين. She gave permission to you, O Mu'min. قال ما كان شيء أهم إلي من ذلك المضجع. Nothing was more important to me than that. فإذا قبضت فاحملوني ثم سلموا. And when I expire, carry me there and pay my greetings to her. After he passed away, because she might have given him a permission, out of fear or respect of Umar radiallahu anhu. But after after I die, ask her again. يستأذن Umar ibn al-Khattab. Ask her again. Umar ibn al-Khattab is asking permission to be buried there. فإن أذنت لي, if she gives me permission, فادفنوني. Subhanallah. Right? He doesn't want to say because of my fear she allowed me or people to say no. Ask her again after I die, because she might say no then. No. فإن أذنت لي فادفنونني وإلا فردوني إلى مقابر المسلمين. If she gives permission, then bury me there. If she does not, then take me to the graveyard of the Muslims. إني لا أعلم أحدا أحق بهذا الأمر من هؤلاء النفر. I do not think any person has more right for the caliphate than those whom with he put 6 people later on. توفي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وهو عنهم راد. By the way, please, فمن استخلفوا بعدي فهو الخليفة. and whoever is chosen by the people after him will be the Khalifa. فَاسْمَعُوا لَهُ وَأَطِيعُوا. So listen to him and obey him. فَسَمَّ عُثْمَانَ. He named Uthman, Ali, Talha, Zubair, Abdurrahman ibn Awf, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas. So 6 people, رضي الله عنهم. وَوَلَجَ عليه شاب من الأنصار. A young man came. أبشر يا أمير المؤمنين. He came to see Umar ibn al-Khattab. ببشرى الله كان لك من القدم في الإسلام ما قد علمت ثم استخلفت فعدلت ثم الشهادة بعد هذا كله. He was giving glad tidings. You became the Khalifa. You were with the Prophet ﷺ, and you ruled with justice, and you have been awarded shahada after all of this. ثم فقال ليتني يا ابن أخي وذلك كفافا لا علي ولا علي. Subhanallah, he's saying, would that, I just want my good deeds and bad deeds to be balanced. Either neither lose or gain anything. أوصي الخليفة من بعدي بالمهاجرين الأولين خيرا. That be good to the muhajirin, the early immigrants, and يعرف لهم حقهم, that they have the right, وأن يحفظ لهم حرمتهم, and that they protect their hurma. وأوصيه بالأنصار خيرا. And I give Ansar, also recommend him to be good to the Ansar. الذين تبووا الدار والإيمان يقبل من محسنهم ويوفى عن مسيئهم. That they prepared the house, right? They have prepared the homes and adopted the faith. He should accept the good, excuse their wrongdoers. وَيُعْفَى عَنْ مُسِيئِهِمْ وَأُوصِيهِ بِذِمَّةِ اللَّهِ وَذِمَّةِ رَسُولِهِ. I recommend him to by ذِمَّةِ اللَّهِ, the rules of Allah, regulation concerning the dhimma. And يُوفَى لَهُمْ بِعَاتِهِمْ وَأَنْ يُقَاتَلَ مِنْ وَرَائِهِمْ. That he should forgive them and fulfill the contracts and fight for them and not tax them. وَلَّا يُكَلَّفُ فَوْقَ طَاقَتِهِمْ, beyond their capabilities. In this hadith, in another place, he brings that the man was dragging his izar. At that time also, Umar ibn al-Khattab said, Ya ibn akhi, oh, the son of my brother, oh, my nephew, irfa izarak, raise your izar, raise your what you call trouser, raise your izar, because it is clean for the earth also, clean for your dress, as well as atqa li rabbik, it is more beloved to have more taqwa for your Lord. باب ما ينهى من سب الأموات, what is forbidden as regards abusing the dead. حدثنا آدم حدثنا شعبة عن الأعمش عن مجاهد عن عائشة قالت قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تسبوا الأموات فإنهم قد أفضوا إلى ما قدموا. Don't abuse the dead because they have reached the destination of what they forwarded. ورواه عبد الله بن عبد القدوس ومحمد عن الأعمش تعبه. This hadith is, don't curse them dead. باب ذكر شرار الموتى, talking about the wicked among the dead. قال حدثنا عمر بن حفص حدثنا أبي حدثنا عمش حدثني عمرو بن مرة عن سعيد بن جبير عن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما قال أبو لهب لعنه الله للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, the worst people, تبا لك سائر اليوم. So Allah revealed فنزلت تبت يدا أبي لهب, bears the 2 hands of Abu Lahab. With this hadith, we have finished Kitab al-Janaiz. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Barakallahu feekum. Inshallah, we'll start Kitab al-Zakah in our next class, all about zakah, inshallah. Jazakallahu Khairan. Subhanakallahumma hamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.